Welcome back to Meet the Robinsons.
Summertime.
Summer edition.
Here we go.
The kids are coming home from school. It's been a little while since we've joined you. We've had to do a couple things
We've
like
had a lot of life happening.
graduate some kids and things
They're
like
more
that.
like adults.
That is true.
Hurting
It's a lot.
sheep adults.
It's a lot. I feel like we're
Is it a
saying
lot? It's a lot.
that. It's a lot.
People are graduating. There's been proms.
Just a lot of stuff.
There's been spring breaks.
But our kids are coming home.
Yep.
Your kids are coming home. How do you feel about kids coming home from school? We love it. We also kind of drives us crazy at the same time. We work from home. We've had a quiet house. It's going to be different.
Yeah. It's definitely like a coin. Like I love having them at home. On one side of the coin, all my little chickens under my wing. And then the other side is like, how long is this going to last? When can you get your own food?
Or clean up after yourself for the umpteenth time.
And that typically doesn't happen anyways. So.
3 months, June, July, half of August.
Yep.
Point of this is healthy summer. What does it look like? Which one
Yeah.
is our best? Which month is our worst?
I mean, I think we all start off June the best. Like we're kindest to each other.
True.
If there was a kind meter, we're kind to each other. I have more leniency on go ahead and sleep in because I know you're tired.
But it sets bad habits. And by August, we're ready to
And then the
lock them
expectation
outside.
is just, she ain't gonna parent me, so I'm just gonna do what I want. Eat what I want.
We planned a little bit. We wrote some things down. The idea is 6 ways to have a healthy summer
Yep.
together as a family.
Yeah. And this is gonna look different for all seasons. Obviously, if you've got young ones, hang in there.
Yep, because it's just the same as always, just hotter at your house. So here we go, let's jump in.
Let's go.
6 things.
Yep.
Number 1, the first thing that we think, we've experienced this, we've seen other people do this well, having full family activities. Some things that you wouldn't normally get to do because there's less hours in the daylight hours, you're a little busier, but doing some things that you all do together as a family simply because you can. It's hard because you're together a lot.
Most of this will include being outside.
We like being
together.
outside. We would, most of the time, if we ever would just hop on bikes and bike to dinner, that happened in the summer.
Wear your helmet.
Can anyone sponsor this? Do we have a helmet company? I'm just
saying.
kidding. Full family activities, biking together. We used to go to the pool. That's a pretty normal family activity.
Mamas, get in the pool with them. That's one thing I kind of regret.
Why?
I just...
It was kind of your time. I got in the pool and taught the kids how to swim, and you enjoyed laying out.
Cheering you on.
And it was a lot
Staying
to
true to brand.
get in. You got in the pool some, but as they got
Just to
older,
cool off.
that's true. We cooked more
Yep.
as a family. I think that's a good opportunity. Begin to teach your kids how to cook.
Yeah.
Bust out a family recipe. Allow
Yeah.
them. Teach them to read. Teach them how to measure stuff. Full family activities. Any others?
I mean, we watch a movie.
That is true. We
movies.
did. Summers, we're not much of a binge family,
We're really not.
but we have had a few that we have binged together the last
My
few years.
teenagers taught me how to binge.
That is true. We watched Stranger Things together. We watched Outer Banks. All right, number 2.
Enjoy fresher foods. Produce,
Brooke, you love summer foods.
fruits, veggies, because it's just learning what foods are in season and eating those is, you will not regret learning that. And so there's lots of fresh fruits and veggies, and going to the farmer's market is always fun if you haven't done that with your family.
We love eating the fruit of the summer. The fruit of the summer, as if that is a saying. We will go to the store and buy 2 huge things of grapes, and they'll be gone by the end of the day, or by the end of the week.
Yeah.
It's
Those Sam's grapes, baby.
we do live in an era.
We have like a crunch challenge.
We live in an era where you can get fruit year round.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Thank you, Walmart. You enjoy the freshness of summer is a great way to be healthier and just have some purpose and enjoyment.
Try some new foods.
Yeah.
Throw some color on those plates.
I feel like the fall and the winter are more like dense and rich, and this is an easier time to to be healthier with the food
Yeah,
choices that you
absolutely.
make. Number 3,
Trace.
we thought about talking about several different pieces of this, but we instead decided to just basically
Bulk
call
it together.
treat your eyes well. There's a lot of ways this can go. Brooke, what's yours?
When you're outside, wear your sunglasses, protect your eyes.
Big hats.
You didn't think I was going there, but I did.
I think also to treat your eyes well looks like having a set
Screen.
amount of screen time
Yep.
that you agree to as a parent,
Yep.
and that you hold your kids to as well. It is really easy, and we totally did it, to just scroll. We
Yeah.
would set some times where, hey kids, the TV doesn't come on until
That's
this
true.
hour of the day. Depends on the age and how early they get up and stuff like that. But saying, hey, we're not gonna turn on the TV.
You'll have screen time.
That's right. And limit that, or having some level like you have to do chores before you can play video games.
Yeah,
So,
or screen time. Your phone's gonna click off from
yep,
11 to 2.
we would do that. Internet would just turn off
Yep.
at certain hours of the night, and everyone would have to read or go to
Yep.
bed.
The eyes, keeping your eyes healthy. Read a book. Eek.
I'm thinking about, we've never done this before, and I've always been against it, but I heard someone I respect say that he paid his kids to read in the summer. And like, I think about it, I mean,
Will you pay me?
no, I'm not paying you.
Yes.
You're gonna have to just choose. But paying your kids to read at a certain age may not be your thing, but it helps them with their ACT, it helps them with their tests, it
Oh my
helps them with
gosh.
their knowledge.
All the reading
and
skills.
it gives them some motivation. Like, you can actually treat it like a job. And I think that kids today don't
lost
read
art.
nearly as much.
Gosh.
I think we're gonna pay our kids to read this summer. Number 4,
4.
we got this one.
You go.
Visit people or places that are easily forgotten.
Aw.
Yeah, I remember when I was, I don't know, 9, 10, my mom had this old lady that we would go visit. She was the house mom for my dad's old fraternity at the University of Arkansas. And we would go visit her, and it was just one of those things that we had more time to do in the summer.
Aw.
She was an old lady and easily forgotten.
Say old lady one more time.
She was old. Grandma. Like grandma. Old
How
lady.
about just go visit your grandparents?
Or go visit your grandparents. No, I think in the summers we would we'd go to the library. If you live in a place that has some just stuff, some cool things, some
Yeah.
historical opportunities that you don't ever
Places
get to go
to
see.
serve. Places to serve.
So it's a great way to
Yeah.
kind of take some heart health and be proactive
Take some
about.
of those fresh fruits and veggies to your neighbor and serve
Are
them.
we allowed to combine?
I am
Number
a
2.
queen of combos.
You
know
are.
that.
That is true. Queen
So
of combos.
also spaces. Think about your closet. Think about.
That's number 5. People and places. People and places
We're
forgotten.
on
Let's
number
go.
4.
But now we're ready for number 5.
Number 5 is slay one giant that you know what needs to be done. Maybe it's your closets, maybe it's the clothes on your floor, maybe it's painting a wall, maybe it's sweeping off a porch.
One big project that might take you a couple of weeks, maybe a month over the course of your summer,
But
including
you'll be so
your
happy
kids.
when it's done.
But by the time the fall gets here and all the other stuff shows up, you are glad that this one giant is
Bring
done.
back activity number 1 and make it a full family
That is true.
affair.
Do you know what I want our giant to be this summer?
It's always the skit closet.
It always is. Every summer. Because all
Who
year
even
long.
gets into that skit closet?
I don't know, but we have this storage kind
It's
of.
now like the Christmas
It's just
storage.
It's everything. It's this big kind of like space up on our kind of
I
top
don't even
floor.
know who messes it up, but it is a wreck.
No one ever puts anything away. You go in, get what you need, and just.
You know who ends up doing that?
Hey, I help too. You know
You
who
do.
doesn't help at all?
The 3 people we are
The
raising.
3 children that we have who just
Worthless.
don't want to help us. Slay one giant to have a healthy summer. You're going to be awfully glad
Let
that
us
you
know what
did.
it is. What is it?
Last one that we talked about
Yeah.
was number 6, having a Yes Adventures jar.
I tried
So-
to say it when you said it. A Yes Adventure jar.
If you kind of take a weekend early in the summer and fill up a jar full of activities, and everybody gets to put in 2 or 3. And when you pull it out, you say, hey, whose week is it? They get to pull out an activity, and that is something that you do. Say,
Okay.
hey, we're going to commit to doing this together
You could do
as a
one
family.
big jar, or everyone gets their own little jar.
That is true. However you want to do
Mom
it.
and dads, you make sure to put your yes.
And it
in
might
the-
be places you want to go out to
Yeah.
eat. It might be days you want to spend, at the river, whatever that looks like.
I mean, honestly, I would have I'd like to spend 30 minutes with every kid this week.
That sounds a lot of fun. They have to just
In June, but in August, I'd be like,
They just
I'd
have to sit and stare at you, and you get to ask them questions. Is that what is going on here?
I would go for a walk.
You would go for a walk with every one of our kids.
I would.
Have a yes jar, and every week somebody gets to pick one out, and you'll have a summer full of memories that you got to.
Aw.
All of these sound like great ideas.
Yeah.
You're not a failure if you don't do all of them.
If
I
one sounds
guarantee you-
doable, go for it.
I guarantee you that we will not do all of these things. But if you take a couple, you could have a very healthy summer. I start out really strong and then I fade just dramatically at the end. But I think with a plan, I think with having some of these proactive opportunities,
Yeah.
you really can have an awesome, healthy summer together, wherever you are. All right?
Go family.
Go family. Love you.
I love you too. Okay.